Hello everyone, my name is Himanshu Pawar. Welcome to my channel. This is my first video and I would like to welcome you on this channel. So, our agenda will be on this video about to configure Active Directory for one of our server. As you can see, this is my server, which is a fresh machine, Windows Server 2016 server is there, and we have to install Active Directory in that server. So let's see what steps are involved in this process. So let's begin. So first of all, after installation, my machine name is some random name. So we have to check it. Just open command prompt and click and type host name. So you can see this is the unrecognized and the complex username, so that we need to rename it first. And the golden rule to before installing any Active Directory, we have to change server name first, and then we have to install Active Directory. There is one more prerequisite is there, which is IP addresses should be static. So we will also look into it. First, we are we are just about to rename this server name. So in order to do that, we have to open advanced settings or server manager. Click on local server, then click on computer name and just click on change. In our scenario, I'm giving here server 1 and just clicking OK. After renaming this server name, we need to restart once and then we will proceed for the next steps. So this machine has restarted now, and let's see if computer name has been changed. I'll be using my password to log in. Okay, what is it? Yeah, again I'll be opening command prompt and then I'll be checking host name by using host name command, or local server will also tell us about server name, host name. Okay, so we have changed our server name successfully. Now let's look into this IP address first. So I'll type ipconfig for on command prompt. Okay, I can see there is one IP address assigned allocated to this machine, which is 192.168.188.132. Okay, so in order to change this IP address, we have to open IP4 settings, which can open using ncpa.cpl. Okay, yeah, here. As you can see, two adapters are showing over here on this machine. So let's look this. What is this? Okay, let's come to properties now. Okay, so DSCP IP is assigned here. We have to make it as manual IP address, which would be knowing as static IP. So just note down the IP address here. What is it? Okay. I'll be clicking on properties, then double click on IP4. Then we need to keep a IP in this network. 192.168.88 dot I think 10 will be working. So let's see. 88.10. 192.168.88.2 is our gateway, as we can see here. And about DNS, so we have to mention the same IP, local IP address, 88.10. That's it. I'll be clicking on OK, OK, and we'll see if IP is assigned. Okay, so IP has been assigned on this machine. What we have configured 192.168.88.10. Okay, so we have renamed the machine. Okay, and we have changed the IP address, which is manual one. This is the prerequisite, and then we have to decide whole domain name as well that should be using for our Active Directory installation. So first step to start this installation, click on just open server manager, then click on manage and click add roles and features. You can see a wizard will be showing over here, and then you have to proceed with next. Again, we need to install on this local machine, so we will be clicking on next. Then you can see IP addresses where some APIPA IP address and another IP address is showing over here. I'll be clicking on next, and then Active Directory domain services. This is the role that we need to install over here. We have to check it, and then we have to proceed with the next. Then we'll be clicking on next and again next. And if restart is required after this wizard and after installing the role, so it will be going further, it will be happening automatically. So I'll just checking on this box and clicking on install. It will take around 5 minutes to get it done, and then we'll take a reboot, and then we'll check the status of Active Directory domain services. So after installation of this Active Directory domain services, we will see a few changes because you see before installation you can't see any Active Directory related components or on this place under tool. So after installation, this menu will be little bit changing. Let's wait up to 5 minutes, and if you want, you can forward this video. So installation is progressing. You can see configuration required, installation succeeded on server 1. Okay, so we can close it, or we have another step involved in this Active Directory domain services installation, which is promotion. Okay, so we can click on this place, or if by chance if you close this, so you can find on this place notification. So I'm just clicking promote this server to domain controller, and this is the place where you have to configure all your settings which will be using in Active Directory domain services configuration. So here three radio boxes you can see. First one is add a domain controller to an existing domain. So this is the option if we are using existing Active Directory environment and we have to add any, sorry, so if we have to add any additional domain controller or any domain controller, so you can choose this option. Second option is if you have to create uh, a new domain, okay, like india.com will be there. And if you want to add further domains like delhi.india.com, so you can mention on by clicking on this radio box. In our case, we are going to select add a new forest because it is a new setup, and it will be a root domain. So I'm going to mention india.com, india.local. I'll be clicking on next. Then forest function level would be 2016. Okay. If you have existing domain environment which is working at different lower functional level, so you can choose according to your requirement. Okay, and now I'll tell you these three options as well. So this is the checkbox where we can enable DNS integration with the Active Directory. So we are going to make it check by default. Global catalog will be part of this Active Directory. Okay, and RODC, if we would have install any other on branch place or some remote location place, so we can choose this option RODC. You can search on Google. If I get time, so I'll upload I'll mention RODC. I'll describe about RODC servers as well. So these servers will be using in some different scenario, but by default we are using some default option. We are not checking anything. Okay, we are keeping like default installation and using this password which will be using for restoration. Okay, so as per your password policy and as per your uh, requirement, you can mention your password. So I have mentioned my password here, and I'll be clicking on next. Create DNS delegation, we are not clicking on it, and then clicking on next. Clicking on next. So this NetBIOS name uh, will be using to identify this server and to log in into the machines. By default, we are just keeping these three locations in the default location. Okay, If you best practice is to keep these folders into another directory. So if anything goes wrong in the situation where your Active Directory goes down, so you can recover it. Okay, yeah. So now clicking on next, and after another clicking on next, verifying prerequisite, it will be automatically configuring something for you. So this is my first video. If you find any mistakes over here, so you can comment on this video. So I'll try to fix and uh, make it improve in next videos. And please do let me know if what type of videos you would like to watch under Wintel technologies. I'm planning to upload some Intune based Intune, which is Endpoint Manager, Microsoft Endpoint Manager, which is MDM and MAM based product from Microsoft. So I'm planning to create some videos and upload it. So if you want, if you agree, so please comment. So I'll upload it. While this installation is going on, I'll just let you know about what is Active Directory. So Active Directory is basically a database, which is a technology from Microsoft, and it's kind of database technology which stores objects and their properties in itself, and uh, perform authentication and authorization to the uh, uh, to the correct users, to the I can say to the authenticated users. And this, using Active Directory domain services, uh, we can control all the work environment from a central place, like a system which is not joined to a domain comes under work group. So if definition wise I can describe about Active Directory. So Active Directory is a logical group of computers which control from a centralized place, and it maintains a database to authenticate authentication and authorization to their resources which are already in the domain. So it authenticate to those it just identify all the users, whether it is right person is there, and allocate allocate the resources to the correct person as per their permissions. So server is just restarted automatically. So this installation, Active Directory Domain Services installation has been completed. To verify this, whether it is installed or not, we will be seeing few changes after installation. Okay. When you click on Tools on Server Manager, it will show you something. Yeah, Active Directory Administrative Center, Active Directory Domain Interest, Active Directory module for Windows PowerShell, sites and services, users and computers. So as a beginner, we will be seeing users and computer, Active Directory users and computers, which is also known as ADUC. Okay, this is the place and console where what you can use to create your objects, computers, users you can create on this place. So India.local, which is our domain. Okay, India.local, under which these are default OU. You can see these yellow folders. These are default OU. You can after installation you can also uh, find and discover some. You can explore these accounts. What are default accounts? All having different kinds of permissions. Okay, and descriptions will help you to understand these groups. And computers. Okay, there is no computers because if we uh, join any computer to this domain, so it will be showing on this place. And domain controllers, yeah, you can see a single domain controller is there. If we have multiple domain controllers, so you will be seeing on this place. And users, you can create users on this place. Right click and new and user. So let's create user one. First name, last name, you can mention over here. Local name, user one. India.local, which is our default domain name, and click on next. Password. So these checkboxes we can use if we want user when they first time login. So whether they should change their password. So this will be checked by default. Okay. And if we have service account, so we can check it on this place. So user will not be able to change their passwords. Okay. And this option will also be using for service account. We will see in further videos. As of now, we are just clicking on next, finish. That's it. So our user has been created, and using this user, we can log in into a domain India.local local based domain joined machine. We can log in through this user. So I think that's it for now under this video. Please share, subscribe, and like this video for motivation. I have uh, interest into sharing knowledge, so please uh, uh, try to share this video with your friends who are interested into this technology. And please let me know what kind of videos in Wintel you want. I have also expertise in device management like SCCM and Intune. So if you want, I can create some videos based on our requirement. Okay, thank you for watching.